Great stuff. Hi, Wayne.
Adam, okay?
Yeah, good, thank you very much. Can I take it, the fact that we're speaking to you, that you're taking the team against Swansea?
As things stand, that looks like it's going to be the case, yeah.
Is this going to be your final game in charge, or is that too early to tell?
I think probably your guess is as good as mine. Obviously, I thought Birmingham was that was the case, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be, so we'll see how things progress over the next days and weeks.
What do you know then? Do you know any more than us? Have you been given any timescales or updates?
Not a lot today, if I'm being totally frank about it. I've been out on the pitch with the players. I'm not long in. I haven't had a chance to catch up on too much of what's going on at the club, so I'm guessing you guys probably tend to know more before I do anyway, so nothing to tell.
How have you found this last few weeks? Because I imagine you've been going from day to day, but I imagine it's carried on a little bit longer than you were expecting, maybe?
Yeah, very much so. I was expecting some sort of solution, probably Saturday, Sunday. This week has been particularly challenging in the fact that we have gone day to day, and some days you're driving in not sure whether there's going to be someone there or not. But as always, all we can do is plan, get ourselves organised, put on our best face for the players and put our best foot forward.
And how have the players responded to that? Have they kind of just cracked on as normal, or have they found it quite an unsettling time?
I think early in the week they were sort of in good spirits, and I think as the week's worn on, obviously there's more and more rumours going around, and at that point then the players start to ask more questions. But I think today has been about sort of getting them on the pitch, getting their prep done, get them enjoying playing football, running around in the fresh air, and then getting their minds focused on the game tomorrow.
Because it's a significant game. I know every game in the Championship is significant, but a home game, your home form's been good. There's still points to be had and safety to be chased, so it can't be lost on anyone, the significance of this, whether there's a new boss in place or not.
No, absolutely no doubt in our minds that every single game that we play is important, and the points are important to this club. That could be the difference between us surviving and not. So we've taken it as seriously as we do every single game. The players, myself, I'm sure the officials at the club are the exact same. We're all hoping for a resolution very soon, but until it's right, we can't just go with anything. We need to make the right decision.
And have you kind of learned a lot over the last few weeks, both in terms of leading a group and as a coach and as yourself?
Yeah, I would say all of those things. I've learned a lot about myself, stand in front of people and sometimes giving pats on the back and sometimes having to stuck in till a few. I've learned a lot about the game of football with regards to the tactics and the strategies at this level, and then in-game changes. You can have a plan, but if that plan goes out the window, you've got to be able to adapt and adjust. I've learned a lot about the staff and the types of people they are in adversity, and in particular the players as well, whenever they've had a tough situation and the way they've taken to me and embraced me and Dan and the rest of the staff. So it's been a really steep learning curve, one that I've thoroughly enjoyed, and hopefully sometime in the future may get a chance to do again.
Well, you talked about the importance of points in the league. You got one of those points at Birmingham last weekend and a clean sheet as well, which with Rotherham United's record away from home this year is no mean feat. Just how important was that after the Hull City game and the nature of how that went?
I think everyone wanted to see a reaction. I think people would have, from the outside, would have been looking particularly at myself and the players to see, what we're made of. Could we then sort of get ourselves going again? And I think we proved we could. Like you said, we had a clean sheet and we got a draw, but I think we all were at the game and we walked away with it with a little tinge of disappointment that actually we didn't take 3 points. So that's something that we definitely will be looking to put right tomorrow.
And I know you know Sam Nombe quite well. He got quite a few plaudits after last weekend. He really seems to be finding his feet. Did you expect that he would and he could acclimatise to Championship level, and are you expecting him to kind of kick on from here?
Absolutely. I think that's why Matt brought him to the club and the club brought him in. He's an asset to this club, and moving forward I do believe that once his game keeps improving at this level and he finds his feet, that he'll be a sellable asset to the club. He's an honest lad, but he hasn't got goals. We need him to start scoring goals. If he does that, then he'll be a real asset to this club moving forward.
And in terms of preparing for this game with it being Swansea, clearly going day to day and not really knowing what's going on at the club won't have helped, but equally it must be difficult to prepare for with Michael Duff getting the boot, Alan Sheehan, caretaker. You're not quite sure what they're going to do this weekend. Has that made preparations a little bit more challenging as well?
Yeah, just another thing to chuck into the mix. We've prepared ourselves as best we can. I think Swansea have got a pretty clear identity as a club. which is probably why Michael's no longer at the club, unfortunately. Maybe sort of drifted away from that a little bit, which is unfortunate for him. But I think we know what to expect. We know some other players because we've worked with them previously, so we know what we're kind of performance we're going to expect from Swansea, and we've planned accordingly.
Just finally, Wayne, are you proud to have led Rotherham, albeit for 25 days as we stand?
Yes, I am. I'm very proud. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of myself. I'm proud of the club for giving me the opportunity. I'm proud of the staff that I've worked with. I'm proud of the players. And whatever happens, yeah, it's something that I definitely look back with fond memories of.
Brilliant. Good luck. Thank you, Wayne.
Cheers, Adam. Thank you.
Hey, Wayne, you okay? Just check on the two of the long-term injuries, see how they're getting on with their recoveries. Cam and Tyler, and I know they kind of suffered similar injuries at the same time.
Yeah. So Cam Humphrey's seen a bit of sunlight today. He was out on the grass with a bit of sun on his back, which was really, really pleasing to see him out jogging again and getting himself moving. I think Tyler's probably on a similar time frame, so they've still got a bit to go. They're still looking a little bit longer term. They'll be the new year, but it's great to see those guys getting back out on the grass and getting a bit of sun on their faces.
Yeah, absolutely. Top man. All the best tomorrow.
Cheers, Paul. Thank you.
That's good when you are.
So Grant, it's fair to say that this season so far for yourself on a personal level has been a little bit of a frustrating one. You recently returned to the team, back into the fold. How are you feeling at the moment?
Yeah, I feel good. Obviously, like you say, it's been frustrating for me with the injuries, and haven't really fully felt myself, to be honest. But I feel like I'm getting back to the place where I was last season. But I just need a run of games really, and I've got to obviously earn my place in the team and just find that form again. So it's been difficult. The two games I played against Bristol and Southampton, I was still struggling with the injury a little bit. So I didn't fully feel myself. And obviously came back into it against Hull. It was a tough game, and we weren't very good that day, that evening. So myself included. So that was frustrating. But I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like I just need training and like more training load and stuff like that. So it's been frustrating, but it's football, and I need to get back to my best as soon as possible, really.
It has been a sort of congested fixture list of late with loads of Saturday games. So how nice has it been just to have a week on the grass?
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's ideal for me as well because I need to be training. There's nothing better than training. So and it's been good to obviously have a little break for the lads that have been playing as well. Because the games are coming thick and fast, and the squad's a bit thin as well with the injuries we've had and stuff. So yeah, it's been good to have a free week really.
You obviously contributed a lot last season in our survival efforts. So as we've touched upon, you haven't been able to get out there as much as you'd have liked this season. Are you sort of hoping that, like you say, the best is yet to come from you this season, that you've still got a lot to give?
Yeah, definitely. I think, as I alluded to there, the whole game I wasn't good enough in that game. I accept that. I made a mistake, which happens in football anyway. But I feel like I haven't really had a run of games to sort of get back to my level that I know I'm capable of, which I showed last season. So I know that everyone knows I can produce that level. It's just down to me to get back to that, and I feel like I'm getting better each week, stronger each week. The injury's been frustrating, really frustrating, but I need to earn my place in the team ultimately. And obviously the lads that have played recently have done well, that have been in there. The likes of Hacks and Dan and stuff like that. So it's about being patient and waiting for my opportunity to come, and hopefully this time I take it.
You just mentioned there the likes of Daniel Ayala. Hakeem Adoffin seems to have excelled at centre back as well. Despite the bad luck that we have had with injuries, there is still some good competition there, isn't there?
No, definitely, and that's what you need at every club. For me, it's competition has to be had. It keeps you honest. To be honest, it's difficult when you're not playing. Obviously, you want to be in the team, but if the lads are doing well, you've just got to bide your time and be patient. But it would be. I feel like it'd be good for me to get a run of games, but I have to produce the goods when I'm on the pitch. So that's down to me.
There's the potential for a new manager to be in the stands watching the game on Saturday against Swansea. Do you think that'll give the lads an extra bit of a boost to know that there is somebody there watching them that's going to be taking the team forward, or is it just going to be a case of business as usual?
I think we're all professionals. It's business as usual. It shouldn't change the way we approach the game, but obviously it does have that added effect with a new manager maybe watching. So he'd be looking to impress as well. So I think it's a case of both sides, but we'll go into the game obviously looking to win the game.
And Swansea as well, they've had a bit of a mixed start to the season, but still got some excellent players. It'll be another good test of our credentials. But on home soil, we've tended to do quite well, haven't we?
Yeah, no, we've been very good at home this season. Really good. So we're not scared of any team that comes to New York Stadium. So like you say, Swansea, good team. Obviously they've just got rid of their manager, so they're in a bit of a sticky patch as well. So, but good footballing team. Any team in this league, it's always a tough game. So we'll be looking to stand by our authority and get the 3 points hopefully.
And it's the first of a bit of a run of games between now and the new year. I mean, I'm not sure if you're one that really necessarily looks at the table, but there is a little bit of a gap between ourselves and the last team to safety, really. But as it's always said, the Christmas period, it's a good chance to get some points on the board and claw that back, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is where sort of the table starts to take shape around this period of time, Christmas fixtures, and sort of towards end of January, you sort of know what's happening in the league. So it's a big chance for us to put some points on the board. Like you say, we're fully aware of where we are in the league, and there is a gap, and we want to close that gap as soon as possible.